Alright guys, so it's not every single day that I can say we are going to be doing a review on a shoe which brand we have actually never reviewed here on this channel before. If you didn't see the title, you probably wouldn't even know that this brand was on my radar at all because I never spoke about it. It's a very old and lesser known brand and it really hasn't had much hype behind it. The only time it had a slight resurgence was back in 2023 with the Saucony Grid Shadow 2000 J-tips, and by now I have spoiled the surprise. So here is Saucony's next take on a collab. These right here are the Grid Shadow 2s in the Bodega collab. These are the Jaunt woven colorway. We're going to get into what that even means because I didn't even know what the word jaunt meant before I got this shoe and looked it up. But these did drop a few weeks back. I believe I'm the first video on YouTube to make a video on this shoe because I haven't seen anyone. I saw the other colorway, the Creek Marshes, those dropped about 5 months back. But again, I haven't seen the Jaunt wovens at all on YouTube. Or the woven jaunts rather. So jumping into the box right here on top, we got Bodega Grid Shadow, which is the name of the silhouette and the name of the collaborator behind this design. On the side right here we got Bodega Grid. On the other side we got the size label depicting whatever colorway the shoe is said to be. And then on the third side here we got Bodega and Saucony, the finest collaboration. These are a pretty fire collab. And I like the box too. The box is actually made in Vietnam. It says it on the side. It's a very sturdy box. Something that we don't really see very often. It's also bigger than a usual box. Jumping into the shoe right here. This is the Grid Shadow 2 in the flesh. On the lateral side we got a lot going on here. We basically got like 5 different colors. Down here we got this darker gray color, and then right above that we got this lighter sail. Then we got the typical Saucony Grid detail there, which is like this plastic gray piece. I'm actually having to look at the other shoe to get the details because they are so similar in color that it's hard to make it out. On the front here we got like this Saucony branding. It kind of reminds me of the Pata Air Maxes when they had the swoosh on the front of the toe box. I feel like they might have nicked that off of Nike, but I don't really know. The midsole is like a grayish midsole. You got a hint of this green part back here, but if you spin it around to the back, you can see that the green part loops around all the way to the medial side of the shoe, and it's got this speckled print on it, which is pretty cool. You also got Grid Saucony with a red dot to break up the 2 words. That's very cool. Adds a nice pop of color, which is also in tandem with this red on the front of the toe box, this red part right here, which does look to match the other part. These are very nature-esque. So on the outsole you got a very nature-bearing outsole. You got green, brown, yellow, and red. Just a little bit of yellow and red. Green and brown being the predominant colors on this very nice outsole. In terms of the tongue right here, we got Bodega with a red underline right underneath it, as you can see right there. Pretty cool detail. One of the coolest things that I've seen is that this shoe, instead of coming with 2 different color laces, it comes with 2 different sets of white rope laces, one thin and one thick. So they are both pre-laced in the shoe in like kind of like a union way. Like, you know how the unions have it one color and then the other? This have it one thickness and then the other. But if you were to wear them, you'd probably pick one or the other. I think that the thick laces look better personally. And if you lace them all the way through with those, it would be pretty sick. On the toe box right here, you got this woven white color, and the entire shoe is done in this knit woven stitching. In terms of the quality of materials, I'm actually really impressed. They're not like the softest thing in the world, but they really do a good job of representing that woven knit design that is advertised on the actual like name of the shoe itself, the woven jaunts. A jaunt is basically a short excursion. So I'm not sure what that has to do with the shoe, but maybe it refers to the natural looking colorway that is good for nature. On the inside here, we got Bodega Grid Shadow right there in red and green. That's pretty sick. I can't really say that I would expect it to be red, but there it is nonetheless. And I actually just noticed that these thick laces actually have green and red lace tips. So there is definitely a hint of green and red all throughout the shoe, which seems pretty random. And it's not the green that you see on the upper, this pine green. It's the green that you see right here on the tongue, that lime green. So this shoe does a great job of being very loud without even like overwhelming the consumer. It's kind of hard to explain. Sizing wise, I would say true to size should be fine. With shoes like this, they usually fit very true to size from what I've seen. Quality wise, as I already said, very impressed, very good quality. Retail is also not that high. And resale, the ask is actually sitting around $350, which is really no slouch, but the bid is closer to $250, so it really just depends on the sizing as well. On this right shoe here, we got very similar details. On the back, we just got Grid Saucony, and you got really similar details. It's always usually the same on both shoes, unless explicitly stated otherwise. So, would you guys wear these? What do you guys think of them? I'm really curious to know, because I really haven't seen a Saucony in person at all before. So this is my first rodeo with these. And yeah, I really like them. I think they're actually sick. Like, I don't know if I would wear them too often, but if I had them, I'd probably put them in my collection and just let them sit, because they are kind of like an art piece, in my opinion, even though they are also highly wearable. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Take care. More to come in a little bit. Hope you enjoy, and I'll see you later. Peace.